Cool. We're live on YouTube. Now let's go to... Pause that real quick. Awesome. Let me go to the vertical chat to see if there's anything... If I can go live. What day is it? Tuesday. It's... Huh. Seems like the horizontal chat is working. Not the vertical chat. Vertical live. Hey LeMay, what's going on? Let me turn this down a little bit. Try to get a good thing. Anyway, wait a second. Leo. Hey, what's up? By the way, I'm the guy who discorded you. Hey, what's going on, Leo? I'm trying to find a way to get the vertical chat working. Or the vertical live stream to work. I think right now I'll be occupied with laying down the speech bubbles. And because I think I've done the flattening. Actually, speech bubbles is it's not that interesting. I think I'll work on the additional patching. Oh, here we go. Now the shorts live is working. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now let me look at the chat to interact with. I want to start digitally drawing. Can you suggest what I should draw first? Who do you want to draw like? That's my first question. What do you want to draw? Who do you want to draw like? What do you want to take drawing? What do you draw? What's the purpose for what you draw? Oh, that. Oh. That's that's good. Oh, I was just looking at my lives. Seems like the thumbnail has chosen itself. But I'll choose it again just in case. Save. There we go. Let me see. Okay, nobody in the horizontal. That's good to know. That's good to know. In the vertical, I mean. I'm just still getting everything out the way. Because it's still early. I'm late, but we're still in the early stages of the stream. Okay, so now that we got that. I love drawing and I just want to quickly doodle a D&D. Alright, I'll go ahead and do that. Wait a second. Oh yeah, the whole shortcut isn't even there yet either. Clip Studio, bam. Now let's see. I think this is fine. Is there... Okay, I'll just add another then. I'll add the shading. I guess that's will be what I'll do for the majority of this stream. Just crosshatch. I started pretty late, but I want to try out a new time zone, or not time zone, but a different time to stream. Because when I start later, I get tired sooner. Okay. Just trying to fix this a little bit. Yeah, this is not my favorite brush to hatch with, unfortunately. think this is fine. Wait, is everything fine? It's pretty quiet chat for today. Is something not going on with the chat? Let me see. Okay. Maybe this was just a bad time. Alright. Wait, are people able to... Like, I wonder what people are seeing. Okay, yeah, they're seeing... it's a good view. Good. Actually, no. It'll be coming from here then. Hmm. Okay, save. Hmm. Wondering. Okay. I guess it'll be a. I'll go for 30 minutes. 30 minutes until somebody speaks in the chats. Hmm. Where is it? Man, this is annoying. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Alright. Okay. Let me see if I can. I low-key just want to do shading like this. A little bit more harsh, but I'll experiment. Yay, Sketch, what's going on? It's been a pretty quiet stream. But it is how it goes. It is how it is. Sometimes you get active chats, other times you get quiet ones. And on the quiet ones, I just close out the stream a lot sooner. Let me think. Trying to find a good way to hatch this. Ready for this election to be over. Yeah. What a joke this has been. Like every time I hear someone's political opinions, I feel more and more how voting should just not be a right. It's just a burden. It looks more and more like a burden that a regular citizen is not capable to not capable of handling. Like they only do it because it. I know this feeling because I see it's like nearly I see it every day in life, and it just feels like a burden that people only do because they're pressured to do it, not because they want to, because if they don't, they feel shamed if they feel shamed if they don't care. But in reality, it shouldn't be up to them to begin with. Like every time I hear somebody's opinion about voting, it's like, okay, you really don't have any business like knowing anything about this. It's like the more I get older, the more I notice when people say it should be your civil duty to vote, the more I realize, bro, people's civil duty should be, I don't know, making sure their kids don't turn out dead or degenerate, or they would rather grow, or they should grow up to, love like make a country that they would love to live in, and not trust some politician that everybody knows corrupt to make life better for them. I don't know. Maybe that should be everybody's civil duty instead of just voting for the next what would they call it, career politician to bankroll money and also expect everybody to know what's going on. Well, you're mostly talking about younger generation being pressured, older people still love to vote. No, like when you with older people, it's like this meme, right? That I firmly believe is that when you talk about politics with an older person, it feels like you're talking to a TV. It's you might as well be talking to a TV. And the only reason why they love to vote is because is not because like they really know what's going on for real or if they have any power to do anything for real. It's because they were just conditioned from it at an earlier start. They brought up in a generation where they trusted the media, and now the trust has been now the trust has gone, and they decide to go to a new media, and new media is not too different from the old media anymore. Well, when it comes to like what the boomers are listening to. Like new media, well, depending on what you call it, they're still telling people like, "Yo, the all of the future of the country is in the hands of these corrupt politicians." Or this one guy is gonna save America, and all we need to do is cast the vote. And if the other guy doesn't, and if our guy doesn't win, then it's gonna be 4 more years of hell. And I'm like, dog, dude, freaking no. Just whatever happened to being a parent and looking at your kids. Why are we trusting the government to make things all right for us? Why are we? Oh yeah, the reason why we trust the government to make things all right for us is because if we take it into our own hands, then we go to jail for it. I forgot about that. AKA saying boomers are also into reading misinformation or more into reading misinformation on Facebook. Yeah, boomers are more into reading misinformation on Facebook. And that also made me realize that how much we live in a post-true era. And that's not even, I'm not even saying that the younger generation has a better grasp on truth. It's just that we have more access of information. I wouldn't say truth, we just have more access to information. I remember I said this to a member. I said this to like a member of my church before when we had a topic about something similar, and I said humans don't aren't smarter. We are not smarter than our ancestors. We just know more. We just know more things. And just because we know more things, that does not mean that we're smarter in any way, shape, or form. Like if our ancestors had the technology that we had, we would still end up in the same predicament. So, and I'm not saying that people should be more informed about who they should vote for. I'm saying people should be more informed about what's happening in their immediate surroundings and how they can learn how to make it better outside of the need of the government. And if people, I guess when people take matters in their own hands, they won't really need a government, and the government is just, they need people to be dependent on them. So that's against their self interest. Knowing a lot of information doesn't make you smart, it's how you see that information. Yeah. We, people revolve all around narratives. And if you don't, and all of politics have just been a narrative of what is human nature, what is the purpose of human nature, the narrative of what is the role of government, the narrative of where are we supposed to do as a people, like what should we do as a people to thrive and move forward. And everybody's like, oh man, back in the olden days, our founding fathers wouldn't want us to vote. And I'm like, all right, cool. That doesn't mean you can, like, cool, all right? You can, that doesn't mean you can't have your own businesses or start your own clubs or have your own initiatives of doing whatever you want to do within your, I wouldn't say like whatever you want to do as in a libertarian sense, but if you see a problem, that doesn't mean you can't solve it within your own means. Considering modern politics is more about division than unity. Yeah, It's the division stuff is very, very lame. And everybody's saying, man, we should get together, bro. Politics should be about we should all come together. Like, no. No. Some people just have bad ideas. Period. I'm tired of an open-minded society. What has that got? What if an open mind got it? Literally anybody. I'm down for a society that's looking for problems always. And it seems like your voting knowledge patterns are public information. And I remember when I realized that a couple hours ago that you can search your there's like a website or a tool online where you can just put your name and see if anybody vote if like their voting history. Not saying like who they vote for, but like when was the last time they voted. And I'm like, that's absolute Fed activity. Anybody who looks up my history of when I vote is a absolute Fed and should be disregarded forever. Unfortunately, the people with the bad ideas is the people who get into power, in position of power. Yeah, and like usually they're not the ones who get elected. They're the ones that's positioned in there, and it's annoying. It is what it is. And like I and another dumb idea is changing it from the top down seems like a dumb effort. That's why I'm saying like it literally should just be people coming together, like just people of us in their local, in their neighborhood or their state, fixing problems without the help of the federal government, or just without the help of thinking, what if we need like we need the government to do X, Y, and Z? Is like no. I forgot what president said this, but there's no scarier sentence. There's not a scarier sentence than I'm from the government. I'm here to help. You shouldn't want the government to help you out at all, ever, period, ever, ever. But hey, that's just how it is. Yeah, literally like I said, anybody who wants to be like, hey, when was the last time you voted? I'd be like, you're a Fed. Get away from me. Spawn of Satan. And now every time I hear somebody say, go vote, I'm like, you're so sad. It's like it's so over. It's over. I agree. You shouldn't want the government to help, but it also sucks when the government's actually working against you as well. Yeah, it really, it really does suck. And there's not really a good pinpoint, a really good centralized power that is the root cause of all our issues. I know like Trump got an assassination attempt like 3 times, and every time I'm thinking that's not the guy. If you want to change how everything is, you're not going after the president, because the president is just somebody that's like going to be there for 4 years and then be replaced by somebody else. Like the whole point of a president, like literally, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's not funny, but out of everybody in the whole out of the three branches of government, the president is not the guy to go after because he's still 1/3 of the branch of government. That's still 1/3. To have us legislation to be enacted, you still need two. You need two of the thirds, and we have like what fit like a lot of people. I don't know the number of how many people are in the House and the Senate, but that's come on. That's not happening. That's not happening. And I'm not even saying like anything should be top down, you know. But I think I can imagine like a civil like in a fictional world. I can imagine like a civil war happening uh by the people just not wanting to listen to the government anymore. Like if people are so self-sufficient, the government says, "Hey, you gotta stop doing X, Y, and Z," and people are like, "Actually, I don't need to listen to you anymore." It's like no formal declaration or anything. It's just stop, and then people saying, "Nah, I'm not gonna. I don't need to listen to you. Actually, I'm gonna solve. I'm gonna solve the border crisis myself, or I'm gonna solve the migrant crisis myself, or we're gonna use a different currency just in case something collapses. I think Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is going to be that currency. I wouldn't be surprised if it's made by the government. I remember there was like that was one conspiracy that was made a while ago. Wait, I forgot. I didn't look at the last thing. President is far from the main problem, but they still have one major thing, influence, and some presidents have more than others, but still a thing. Yeah, I guess everything has been all about a game of influence. Like like assassinations are so passe now. We see more character assassinations than anything, than just bodily assassinations, because people are nothing more than just like their circles and influences and talking heads now. I literally cannot imagine anybody saying that they're a proud conservative or Republican or Democrat or X, Y, and Z anymore. Like it's it's not of God. I'll find it hard to believe that the government would make a currency like Bitcoin due to their lack of control over it, if that makes sense. They can, they can, not regulate it, but manipulate it. Because all you really need is like, they can. I believe that they can manipulate the currency, not out of like uh, some sort of whatchamacallit. Um, there's nobody who owns it, but it's all about trading hands, like washing money. And if there's any country that has like an unlimited amount of dollar supply, it's the American government, and the only way that they are able to and the only way that they're able to what was it, to stay to stay as a what's the phrase, afloat, is to bullying other as by bullying other countries. But I don't think Bitcoin is that big of an issue for the American government at the end of the day. Adoption's not even though it's like it's there, the adoption's not there. It's not a useful technology per se. Can't we already do that without making a currency they don't even own? What do you mean? Like I was into like the whole crypto dream for a while. But then I was like, you know what? That's it's cool. Some of it I still gotta make money. I still have to I can't spend my life day trading cryptos. Every I spent enough years holding and hodling. Like the only people that really make money from it is just selling courses of how to trade cryptos to other people. As as um as anything goes. Like, why go out of your way to make a currency you don't own to manipulate when you already have the most powerful currency for influence? Illusion of power. That's what I would. That's what I would do. Illusion of choice. Illusion of power. Yeah, illusion of choice. I would say. I would mean. Like, I'm not completely sure. It's a theory. I'm not saying I'm like I 100% can get behind that theory that the American government is behind Bitcoin, but I will say I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. That came to light, and Bitcoin went completely to zero or something. No, 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 LOL. Questioning for that theory. Yeah, I would say for me personally, I would say something like it's the illusion of choice. Why the American government would create like a different currency. Because the American government is super into mind games, especially when it comes. The only reason why there's a lot of civil wars in history is because the American government is just literally everywhere and wanting it just forming shadow coups, showing seeds of instability in countries, so we can bully them and use their resources. Because Africa is the biggest continent in the world that has like so much resources, crazy amount of resources, and we can't use them as long as we bully the people who have them. But we gotta bully them first. Well, the American government would have to bully them first. But it is what it is. That's just my thoughts, my ramblings. And now what I'm doing right now is on the channel. I'm trying to find out ways to make better thumbnails. Shoot. At least get my click-through rate up. Don't know what to do with the audio, with the viewer retention though. But it takes a while. Everything takes a while. Okay, let's see. Well, that's an hour. I think it's a pretty good time for me to sign off. Oh well.